Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. This is my second attempt to record this. I tried recording it last Saturday on my cell phone, but for some reason it didn't save, and I tried to find it to upload it, but apparently it's not there. So anyway, sorry about the long delay, but here goes what I can remember of last Friday's khutbah at Masjid an-Nur here in Des Moines. And we had a guest imam from another masjid, and he and a couple others were trying to raise some money for a project. Like they come over to us and then we would go over to them, just kind of trade back and forth, trying to help each other out. So anyway, their imam gave the khutbah, and it was about, especially during Ramadan, the many blessings of doing good deeds and being charitable. And the more good deeds that you do, basically, especially during Ramadan, because when you do a good deed in Ramadan, it is magnified at least tenfold over any other time of the year. For example, I pick up a mother's stroller and put it into the bus. In Ramadan, I would get 10 times the reward or blessing from Allah as I would if I would do the exact same act in the exact same way any other time of the year. So that's how great Ramadan is. And doing good deeds is not just helping another person in need. Doing good deeds includes repenting from sin, reading the Quran, or reading hadith or some other things like that, or just praying. Praying itself is a good deed. It is an act of worship or ibadah, and basically anything that a Muslim does for the sake of Allah is an act of worship or ibadah, and that racks up the points, so to speak. You can think of it as a reward points. This is just my take on it. Not the Imam's words, I assure you, but I'm just trying to make it understandable. And so the more good deeds that you do, and the more you try to avoid sin, then the better off you'll be, especially on the Day of Judgment. Because when at the end, when we all stand before Allah and He judges what our lives contained, then on the scale of our deeds, the heavier the good side means that we go to Jannah, and the heavier the bad side, which means we go to Jahannam, or hellfire, and I don't want to go there. I'll go to Hell, Michigan, but not hellfire. But anyway, so being dutiful to others, supporting the masjid, which is what they were doing. He encouraged us to not just to support our own masjid or support another masjid in the community, but to support any masjid in need if we are capable of it. And it's not just financial support. Supporting the masjid means going in and maybe an hour or two a month or whatever, and cleaning a certain part of it. Like I use this as an example in other videos. I go to the masjid once a month specifically to clean the kitchen, and that's what I have decided to do, and so that's what I do. And then someone else might go and clean the bathrooms once a month, or someone might go and take care of the prayer room, something like that. We have someone who comes and mows the grass, and things like that. And last winter, I bought a scoop for putting out the ice melt pellets on the sidewalk in the parking lot. So it'd be easier than what they're trying to use. They're just trying to use a little cup. No, that's not going to work. So I found this bowl with a handle on it, so it's a big old scoop. And so that in itself is an act of charity to the masjid. It is supporting the masjid because I make it easier for someone to do their way of supporting the masjid. And so we have to take ownership in the masjid, and we have to support, the people, help out in any way we can. For instance, we have a chairlift. We have two of them actually in our masjid, and one works and the other one doesn't. So we need to find someone who is capable of repairing the dead chairlift so that our disabled members or visitors can use it. And in Ramadan we have iftar at the masjid every evening, and so I go to help prepare that. And sometimes I can get there early because I have the time, since I'm unemployed, and I happen to have a kitchen key, so I can get in there and do some prep stuff in there to get things ready for the others who will come in, and then I'll just stay there and help out. See, last Friday I did not come home at all after Juma. I stayed. I went to the masjid early. I did a couple things in the kitchen before I went up to read my Quran for a bit before the Juma khutbah and salat. And then because someone else was coming in right after the salat, so I just stayed there and helped them out. And then I stayed there till the end of Taraweeh. So I was supporting the masjid by helping the other two sisters and a brother who was doing their part of the iftar preparation for that evening. So that's why this video was, that's why I didn't get it to record it actually Friday, and then I tried Saturday on my cell phone, and like I said, that didn't work. So I couldn't get this. I couldn't either find it when I was looking on my computer, or I couldn't. It just wouldn't save. So anyway, I'm doing it again. So I apologize for the long delay, but here it is. So again, it's a reminder we need to do good deeds, and and avoid sin as much as possible, and then keep that up through the rest of the year, because if we have something that we need to change, if we change it during Ramadan and then we have to keep it up during the rest of the year, then all the more that will benefit us on the Day of Judgment. And so we do that by supporting the masjid, by supporting the community, by supporting those in need. And also we remember that in Ramadan the shayatin, or devils, are locked up. They have a 1-month prison sentence, so to speak. And then the gates of Jannah are opened, and so more blessings come down from Allah. I don't exactly know everything that happens when the gates of Jannah are opened during Ramadan, but I'm sure someone with sufficient knowledge can look that up and maybe expand on it. That would be a good idea for someone to do. So anyway, that was basically the focus of last Friday's khutbah, and I will try again next Friday, inshallah. And as always, anything that I say that's wrong is totally my bad. I can't blame Mila for it. Anything that's good comes from Allah, because Allah is the source of all good. So Ramadan Mubarak, and thanks for watching. Assalamu alaikum, Dobed Zenya, and Miasr Mila.